Yep, recording son. Do you wanna introduce yourself, Ollie?
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, huh? I'm Ollie. Today I'm going to be playing Splenda, and with a very thick accent, so heads up.
And I am Vamp, and I'll be joining my lovely, lovely, lovely friend Ollie and their lovely character Splenda with my not so lovely He Who Magic Man. And we shut up. And today we're going to be playing in an FPS called a splendid conversation. And no, I will not apologize for the pun.
Um, okay, so to start off with, if there was a camera, there would be outside of Splenda's workshop, which is shaped like a rabbit's head. It's not exactly like the robots that she likes to build and kind of send roaming around, but it kind of looks like it, except it's got windows instead of lamps for eyes. Um, the main thing to note is that it's made out of scrap metal, so it looks eclectic and a little odd, but that also fits Linda. And she's running around inside because Marcel is coming over, and they're going to exchange Animas gifts. They haven't been able to catch each other before now, but they're going to have a nice little like hangout session and finally show each other what they got each other because they've been teasing each other for a while by now, I bet. So,
Mhm.
um, anyway, what is Marcel doing right now?
Oh, he's walking over to the workshop. He's walking over to the workshop and he's likely he's dressed warmly for the weather, which for Marcel is basically just his normal outfit plus the scarf that he got for Animus.
Oh,
And and as he walks up to the workshop, he gives like a knock on the door because he's learned his lesson a long time ago about barging without warning.
barging it is not the greatest idea. Splenda's okay with it, but Marcel may not turn out so well afterward. So, uh, the door is just if there's no noise, which is kind of weird. It's not normal for Splenda's workshop to be this quiet. Um, are you gonna knock again?
And he does, and you can like definitely like tell that he's starting to get a little worried because Planda's workshop always has some kind of noise. The buzzing of chainsaws, perhaps, the yowling of just that random cat that you never see around. Like he's never heard it so that quiet before.
How close is he to the door?
Right in front of it.
Okay, cool. So, Splenda slams the door open, and I need you to make a strength check.
Oh boy, because he's so good at those. Yep.
Cool.
He got to everyone listening, he got a 6. I told you he was a twink.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this happens if that's cool with you.
Yep.
um, Splenda like launches out of the door and basically onto Marcel, but because Cell had such a low roll, they basically just go careening backwards.
I'm just gonna casually like take. He takes one sandwich. Like he's used to this. He's used to this. Like he's friends with Sandy. He's friends with Splenda. He's friends with Prim. Like even with his very low strength roll, like he manages to like actually roll with this.
Yeah, I feel bad that every single time they hang out, he takes at least a bit of damage.
Fine, it's fine. It's just one hit point worth of damage. Like I said, he bent his knees and like took it.
At this point, he knows how to like cushion the landing a little bit.
Yeah,
um,
like he's used to being manhandled.
Splenda's not dressed for winter. Splenda's got like a tank top and shorts on. Um, but she's got a sweater tied around her waist. And as she like helps Marcella up, she just kind of like chucks him on the shoulder a little bit and goes like, "It's been a long time. How you doing? Barely recognized you."
Oh, hi, Splenda. And he gives like a shy wave and goes, "Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Sorry, I haven't dropped by more. Things have gotten really busy near the Animas season, and well, a lot of things have happened."
Yeah, I heard a bit over the radio. You're looking well though, so that's good.
And he smiles, and he does look like he's doing well. Like he doesn't look hurt. He doesn't look like petrified at the mention of whatever it is you heard over the radio. He just seems normal.
Okay.
And he probably turns to the workshop and goes, "Huh, why is it so quiet? I was getting a little worried for a second there."
Oh, I've been taking kind of an off day. Just kind of lounging around, you know. Anyway, you don't have fur, so let's maybe get inside, huh?
And he's like he he well, he won't complain, but he will say that like he might not have fur, but he's wearing a lot of layers.
To Splenda, like he doesn't have fur, therefore he must always be freezing.
So says the rabbit who's dressed in a tank top with her sweater tied around her waist.
Okay, you know what? Fair. I think once they do get inside, Splenda's not going to be able to really hold herself back much. So the first thing that she kind of tosses at Cell after kind of ushering him into a chair, is a very soft, wrapped package that's pretty light. And she just kind of makes like a weird little like open it motion.
I'm not sure if Splenda knows this. I'm not sure if you know this, but Sal is the kind of person that when you give him a wrapped present, he takes his time opening it and makes sure
Oh no.
not to rip the wrapping. So like he carefully like peels off the tape and carefully unfolds the wrapping paper.
Splenda is dying. She's trying not to say anything, but like the longer it takes, the more she's like tapping her foot and like
I'm gonna
bouncing around.
I'm gonna roll like a I guess sleight of hand to see how long it takes for him to like unwrap. Luckily he has gambit gloves, so that's an advantage. 14, like he takes longer than he would have taken if he had just, ripped open the wrapping paper like a normal tech dude. But he doesn't actually take that long. And soon there's like a perfectly preserved like roll of wrapping paper that he puts into his hammer space, and he looks inside the box.
You can hear Splenda. Like Splenda doesn't even try to hide it. She's just like, "What are you saving that for? What are you gonna use it for?" As he sees his actual gift. But it's a very, very soft, very. It's almost silky, but you can tell it's been knitted. It's a sweater, and Splenda kind of sheepishly like grins at him and is like, "Every year, my family and I, we all get matching sweaters for each other, but they're all personalized. So all of ours are pink, don't worry. But yeah, and on the front is written in this kind of like neat cursive is Marcel's name. And it's just a very soft, kind of plain, but you could tell it was made with love sweater.
Hey, Splenda, roll inside.
Okay, I'm about to. Give me just a second.
So hi, Abby. To welcome to something.
Oh, wow.
All
Okay.
right. All right. All right, so this man, like Splenda, even though you both don't meet every single day, like Marcel, it can be like for how nice he is, that it can be really hard to peg on to how he's actually feeling because
Hmm.
he has a plus 8 deception. If he doesn't want you to know something, you're not gonna know. But thankfully, he doesn't seem to be hiding it. He's really, really touched. His eyes are open, and they're actually a little dewy. And as he takes the sweater and looks it over, he has like a softer expression than you've ever seen from him.
Oh, I think Splenda would be a little bit taken aback that he, like, actually opened his eyes. That's a big thing, genuinely for him. And uh, she kind of like you hear a shuffling, and she's got the sweater on, but she's got it on backwards. So it's not exactly uh, well thought out, but it's the same kind of sweater. So if you look on her back, that's where her name is. And she kind of goes like, "See, match."
Marcel lifts a finger to like tell her that she has it like backwards, and then because he's a little bastard, he slowly lowers it again. He's like, you know what, I want to see how long it takes for her to notice.
We're having a very touching moment, but I'm gonna fuck with you just a little bit.
All right, out of character, it's the sibling instinct. Let's be honest.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Slenda, you bully him over being a nerd so often. He can have a little revenge.
She kind of has it coming. It's fine.
And anyway, this nerd is going to shrug off his trench coat and put the sweater on over his turtleneck,
Hmm.
and then like tie the trench coat over around his waist so that it doesn't uncover like the sweater.
Splendid.
And well, you first, you first.
Splenda, like, okay, so Splenda thinks about telling Marcel that he looks goofy as hell, like that. But, like, just like Marcel didn't tell her about her sweater being on backwards, she's not gonna tell him.
Well,
So,
well, he knows exactly how goofy he looks, but like it's fine. They're just in the workshop.
they're just hanging out. It's okay.
Yeah. But I feel like as he's putting it on, he feels a chill go down his spine, and like he feels like the full forces of like both his partner Prim and like his mom, like Veva von Vixen's gaze is like on him like a weight on his shoulders. You never know.
He feels his fashion sense crawling up his back.
But I'm gonna do something, and I pray that the dice like give me this. Please. No, I'm doing it at disadvantage. All right. So he looks at the sweater. This sweater that Splenda just admitted was personalized for everyone in her family, which was handed with him with love. And he's like, ah, yes, this is totally a friend thing.
My, I need a moment for how dense Sally is. um,
He's getting better. He's getting better, but also he like we've said before, him and Splenda they haven't met in a while, so it's a little harder for him to gauge like his own emotions and others in this case.
mhm.
And also he's still oblivious. Like even if his emotional constipation is like taking hit after hit, he's still it's still hard for him to like figure things out.
It's fair. I think um it's more about like I think Splenda can kind of like feel that they kind of have that relationship anyway, even if nobody says it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like yeah.
but she knows Marcel at this point. Like it's just gotta give. the dense boy time.
Who knows? Like, who knows? Maybe he will. Like, maybe he will. Maybe it will capture to his head in this FPS.
It could.
It could. But after he shrugs the sweater on, he goes, thank you. Say thank you to your family for me. Won't you spend and thank you for the Animas gift?
Oh, you got another one. Don't worry.
I,
That was for the family. This one was from me. And she kind of pulls out a box from just somewhere on her desk, and it's very small. That's the first thing to know. But it's a small, firm box, and it's wrapped several times over.
I think you know what this means.
Oh goodness.
Yep, he is going to carefully unwrap the box.
Um, okay, but how long does he take for it?
That's the question. That's a net one, and that's funny, so I'm keeping that. It takes a long time. Like you say that yourself that like it's been wrapped like multiple times, like it has been
Yeah.
so it takes a very long time. And like
Okay.
I'm like carefully like peeling off the tape, making sure that none of the like paper tears.
Um, I'm gonna do a. This is a goofy ass roll, so I'm gonna go ahead with it. Um, I'm gonna roll stealth for Splenda.
Please be good. Please be good. Oh my god, that's a
So instead of what I was planning on, which was Splenda sneaking in there and just unwrapping it before he can actually finish, um, she tries to do that, but it's just her paw just kind of smacks onto it, and she just looks Rizal dead in the eye and goes like, "So, can you please just finish unwrapping it? You're killing me here. I'd call you Smalls, but you're really tall."
and he looks at her and then he kind of like gives a little mischievous grin and keeps unwrapping it.
Rizal, I'm dying. Look at me. I'm wasting away. She's
I mean,
draped over her desk at this point, like
they're tunes. Like she probably like ages.
like somewhere like a beard comes out of nowhere. She's got a lily that she's holding over her chest.
Marcel's just like Marcel keeps unwrapping. It's just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I guess, oh no, I guess I can't give you my Animas present now.
I'm not dead yet, Sonny.
And he chuckles like
The
you've heard
beard gets longer.
he chuckles. You've heard his chuckle before. Like it's a little sinister sounding, but it's just like how he laughs, like and like he finally finishes unwrapping the damn present.
The beard is instantly gone, and Split just kind of jumps up from the table and just goes like, "Finally!"
I'm just imagining she throws the lily behind her.
Yeah, it goes off off screen basically, and there's the cat noise, but there's also like coins falling down a staircase somehow. It's the flower is soft. It shouldn't be making that noise.
They're tunes. They've heard the neither of them even look in that direction.
They're used to it.
And
Um,
so like the roll of wrapping paper once again disappears into Marcel's hammer space and he opens like Splenda's gift.
so inside, uh, is a it's a wand. And the way the kind of tip of it is designed is that it's designed to look like the symbol for Cell's patron. So it's that star shape, and it's a very pale gold color. I unfortunately don't have a drawing for it yet, but um, it's all metal. So the tip is this pale gold color, and the um, this is this isn't gonna sound like really descriptive, but the stick bit of the wand, um,
The
the
handle?
handle. Yeah, there we go. That's the word, the handle. Um, the handle is kind of a dark, kind of a cobalt blue, and it's got these intricate little gold designs all over it. There's no rhyme or reason to them really. It's just sort of there for flair. Um, but yeah, she made him a wand, and she kind of like scratches her neck nervously, and she's like, "It doesn't have any like special enchantment or anything, but I thought you might like it."
And I'm not even gonna make you real insight for this because Marcel's genuinely like speechless and taken aback. Like his eyes open again and like he's just staring at the wand because Splenda went and made a whole ass wand for him and like Splenda knows how much magic means to this man. Like he loves like his magic. Like his love for it is only barely matched by his love for baking. And like the fact that she
Aw.
went and made a whole ass like personalized one for him, like that means a lot. Like that's such a good gift, and like he's just turning it over in his hands, and then he kind of like grasps the handle firmly, and he casts a spell. Try it out.
Oh, what does he cast?
I think he's going to cast something simple. Like he's probably going to cast a light cantrip,
Aw.
and like gold pale blue light like bursts from like the tip of the star and like just spirals around it like ribbons of stardust and starlight. It's just splendid. This is I have no words. Thank you.
No problem. No, it's I I don't know the details, but it's been kind of hard year, so I thought you might like, you know, something simple.
Can I roll insight on that statement? Because that seems loaded.
A little bit, yeah. Also, I'm sorry for my accent being all over the place.
Oh, don't apologize. I will kick your ass. That one, he perceives nothing. He is too busy being like absolutely mesmerized by like this one. Like there's this like childish glee to him. Like he legitimately like his entire face is lit up.
Aw. I was gonna roll deception against it, but I mean, it's a 3.
Yeah,
Although,
it's literally a nat 1 plus 2. Like yeah,
yeah, that's a fail.
yeah. And
um,
um and then he kind of pauses and then he takes off his hat and reaches into his hammerspace and he takes out a wrapped gift box and he holds it out for Splenda to take.
Aw. Splenda takes it kind of nervously. But she doesn't pull what Marcel did. She immediately just tears into that. Like, bits of wrapping paper are going flying. Like, there is no saving this for later. It's, I want this gift now type of attitude. um, but she looks surprised and excited as heck.
And
Um,
in and there's like what looks to be a jewelry box inside, which like is odd because why would he give you jewelry? But when you open it, you actually see this. For everyone listening, it's an anklet made up of gears And and as she picks it up, like you actually notice that the gears grind against each other in sort of ideal animation.
I think Splenda's just stunned. Like she just kind of holds it and watches it as it spins for a bit. And can you roll a perception check?
All right, but with how the last few rolls have gone,
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
oh, this ought to be fun. 14, that's not bad, I guess.
I'm gonna roll a deception check.
Okay, should I be worried? Usually Stell is the one rolling deception, not Splenda.
Don't worry about it. She's only got a
yeah,
+4. It's fine.
that's true. 19, alright. Whatever she is, whatever it is that she's hiding, she hides it.
But you do see like that this one's just easy to tell because she's tearing up and she kind of clutches it close to her chest and goes like, That's so sweet. Thank you." And she's like just getting more and more high pitched as she gets like more and more emotional. Um and then just kind of launches herself like at Marcel for a hug. Um
I'm going to make I'm going to make something real quick. That's oh my god. Oh my god.
How
To the
did you get
listener,
less than 0? Less than 1?
to the listeners, Marcel has a -1 in strength. He just rolled a nat 1. He rolled a 0.
You got worse than a crit fail.
Like I guess he was like so taken aback by Splenda crying because he genuinely was not expecting Splenda to like start tearing up at like the anklet. Like he was already like planning on going to nervously babble about how he didn't really know much about artificers, and well, she wears earrings, so he thought she might like something simple like this anklet, and then she just bowls him over and like with a nat one. I'm pretty sure like she like just launches him across the room and onto the floor.
um, I'm gonna say that maybe like Splenda's like laid down some gym batting or something, like in a couple key areas,
Mhm.
because it I don't want Marcel to take damage from this.
No, I'm not that cruel. I swear I'm not cruel. But, like just like the fucking hilarity, like she launches herself at him and like they both shoot off screen, and like off screen you hear like the cat yelling, the caterwauling, you hear like the coins going down the stairs, you hear like the boink noises, you hear like the tune x fx's, and then like it cuts to them and it's just like Splenda like sitting on the like Marcel.
I think maybe like she's sitting beside him, but has his robe and is just crying into it. Like we're talking ugly tears. We're talking you're gonna need to wash that robe. um, but she takes a bit to calm down, but she's just like, it's really sweet of you to do this. Um, I wasn't expecting anything. Not in a bad way. Just I've never really gotten a gift from someone who wasn't family before.
And he actually like turns to look at Splenda at that, because that implies that she's never had a friend before.
Sure does, doesn't it?
And he's suddenly like remembering what she told him in the aftermath of the whole Spider-Man incident, that he was her best friend. And he I'm gonna roll insight real quick.
Okay. There's a lot of insight and deception checks this session, huh?
I'm rolling at advantage because he's not actually doing this for Splenda. 20, that's a nat 20. Okay, like
Good lord.
he, he's actually like he's he actually like figures things out. This emotionally constipated boy rolled a nat 20 when he was trying to dissect his feelings for this, and well, when she, well, yeah, they're friends. They're really good friends, and he loves her, and also he tugs at like the hem of his sweater and like collapses into thought, but also is eh, this kind of affection that feels familiar, and he
Aw.
and when Splenda said that she never like had gotten a gift from anyone outside of family, like he felt something at that, and he kind of like lifts his hand a little, like he wants to say something, but wants to say something because that hmm that made him, that feels wrong, but then he lowers it again, and he decides that no, he changes his mind, not now, maybe next time.
Aw.
Like Splenda needs a friend, like, and Splenda literally called him her only friend. So maybe another time. But he kind of like just opens his arms to over a hug.
um, it would take Splenda a second to like recognize it for what it is. Like she just kind of like you could see a loading bar kind of above her head a little bit, and then just a light bulb turning on, and then she finally just kind of leans down and gives him a hug, and it's like, sorry if that was a lot.
No, it's all right. And he kind of like squeezes her in his arms a little tighter, and he goes, I'm glad you like the anklet. I'm not very good with jewelry, but I they reminded me of you. It reminded me of you.
Well, it's real sweet. It's just my type of thing. I never worn an anklet before, but yeah, it's it's really fitting. Um, and it's you're better at it than you think you are.
And he grins and he goes, "Well, I mean, I'm dating someone who loves fashion and such. Uh, she might have rubbed off on me
In a good way.
in a good way." And he looks sappy now. He looks sappy.
Aw.
Like you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the Toonish hearts. It's the Ghiblian fluff.
I think Splenda wouldn't be able to resist teasing him a little and goes like, "You turn into a real romantic, huh?"
And he actually puts a hand over his heart and he goes, "I was always a romantic. You take that back."
I refuse. You have never been this sappy.
I'm a Ghibli Frankenelli. It's literally written in my design.
Yeah, but you never showed it before.
Well, no. And he can't argue against that. But then he like crosses his arms and he goes, "Well, that's just because when would I have shown it before? I wouldn't have blushed over a rabbit."
You take that back! Us rabbits are the pinnacle of beauty. And she's like being dramatic again. There's little sparkles around her face. So she's like trying to look like a movie star, but she's also covered in like weird smudges that might be like engine oil. They could be something else. But she does.
For fun. For fun role performance.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how this is gonna go.
God, this is hilarious.
Surprised I have a bonus in this.
A 10. Well, you don't fall flat on your face or anything. But like you said, you're average. Like she's covered in engine oil. And he just levels her with a look and sticks his tongue.
Listen, it's a very particular kind. of how to engine videos that I'm the star of.
And he throws his hat back and laughs at that. Like it's like the evil cackle you've heard from him like multiple times before, and it's still weird because like he doesn't look he looks sweet and he looks gentle, and then he laughs and his laughter is just like straight out of like and he like it's just an evil cackle.
Splenda joins in, but her laugh is like Dexter from Dexter's Lab, but southern.
I've forgotten what Dexter's laugh sounds like honestly, but I will listen to it after this FPS.
It's like either Dexter or maybe Mandark. Like it's very much a like it doesn't sound like she should be able to make that kind of noise, but she does, and it involves a lot of snorts.
Oh my god. I think
Yeah,
like
okay. Oh,
after
go
he's
ahead.
laughing, he actually holds up like the wand that she gave him again, and he taps on himself a bit, and like there's a little poof, and he casts disguise self, and he casts disguise self, and now he looks like I have a picture of this. I'm pretty sure.
What?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of this. I wonder what he disguised himself as. I'm curious, like Bobbins, like sorry, Ollie. What do you think he disguised himself as?
I was thinking rabbit. Uh
Yes, that's exactly it. Like, listen, like he literally just like taps himself and like he casts his disguise self, and he looks like this now. To the listeners, he looks like a silver he looks like a silver rabbit, and like he still has those like weird those bangs where over one eye, like and like two like rabbit ears like peeking out from under his hat, and they have like star shaped patches like on the ends, and the
Aw.
star shaped patches are probably like white, if not like a lighter gray. And honestly, with how tall he is like his anatomy is built like a rabbit, but you if you were to like just look at him like passingly, like you would probably mistake him for a hare.
Aw. It I think Splenda might be taken aback a bit at first because she was not expecting that. But she immediately just kind of snorts. It's like I think this is an improvement. I think you should keep it.
Ah, yes, because rabbits are the pinnacle of beauty, and he like
Oh, yeah.
and he's gonna roll performance. 14. All right, he actually pulls it. He actually as he like despite wearing the gaudiest outfit known to man, he actually pulls it off pretty well. Maybe it's the Ghibli jeans.
Um, I guess it's a pretty good thing I gave you that family sweater, huh? Because now we just you look the part, even though you already were. I'm not wording this right. I'm better with engines, not words.
I'm gonna roll inside.
Like she's got her like she's focusing on her hands because she doesn't really know how to word stuff like that. So she's
Oh,
like stimming a lot, basically.
oh, 21. I'm tempted to make him roll at disadvantage. I'm so tempted, Ollie.
It's up to you.
You know what? 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 No, I'm not gonna roll at disadvantage this time because well, what Brenda like said, that was like as explicit as it gets. Number
Yeah,
one.
she kind of blurted it out.
Well, yeah, like like the instincts. You literally see him like turn into a rabbit. He's wearing your family sweater. Like of course you would flirt that out. And as dense as he can be, like he also like did think about that like literally a few seconds ago. And so he just kind of like blinks at her and like tilts his head and like even as a rabbit like he does like the little Ghibli and poof, except it's kind of a little cuter now because
Aw.
he has fur. So his entire fur does like that little fluff thing, and he just ends up with like this little fluffy collar like around his neck.
Aw. She she can't help it. She's just like you look like a cotton ball.
And he flushes and he humps. And then he like kind of like looks at Splenda and then he goes uh I well did you what you just said I mean did you mean it the way I think you, you the way I think you meant it?
Marcel, I should have worded it better. I'm not great with that kind of thing, but yeah, I look at you kind of like I do a brother. I hope that's okay.
And he takes a little like a little shuddering breath and then and then he and then he goes over and like hugs Splenda again.
Aw, should I have Splenda make a strength check?
I mean, sure, but like he isn't launching himself at her.
Well, I mean, I was kind of wondering if she might accidentally launch him.
Oh my god! I mean, sure, go for it if you want.
No, no, I'm gonna keep it simple. She basically just kind of grips him tight and is like, I really hope that's okay. I mean, I was gonna word it another way, and you don't talk much about family stuff, and so I didn't know if I was gonna make you uncomfortable. Um,
No,
but
no, no. It's and he kind of like grips her tighter. And privately, inwardly, he's very glad that she waited this long to call him that, and not a few months ago.
mhm,
Looking straight at like how he reacted the first time someone tried calling him family.
yeah, he's
That
come
would
a
have
long way.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. But well, you can roll inside if you like.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. My keyboard would cooperate. That would be cool.
With advantage, I'm giving you this.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that would be lower.
Alright. Um, well, you can't really like figure out like from his facial expression, which makes sense because he's so much taller than you that like when he's hugging you, you probably can't really see his face.
Yeah.
But, with a 10, he's not really making an effort to hide it. Like he genuinely like he seems a little like nervous at the idea of like being your family, like being your brother, but not in a bad way. He's
Oh.
just and he and when he says, I mean, I like that being your little brother. That is, he said.
Aw. I think Splenda's like a little teary still, but she starts like giggling and is like, I this is very touching and I'm so glad, but you're taller than me. It's a little hard for you to be little when I'm littler than you.
And he like and that actually makes him chuckled and surprised as well because they were having a moment like
Yeah, they were.
that. And then And then like he pulls away from the hugs and like straightens to full height, and he goes, "Well, then I guess that makes me the big brother."
No, you can stay the little brother.
No,
I like
no,
teasing you too much.
no, no, you said it. You can't take it back. I guess I'm the big brother now.
Just you wait. I'm gonna build some stilts, and then you'll be sorry. 'Cause I'm gonna be taller than you.
And he actually like grins at it, and he goes, "You are not the first rabbit to do that."
Okay, she sputters at that and goes like, "Are you serious?"
It wasn't stilts, but you're not the first rabbit to try and do that.
That might cause a little bit of an existential crisis for Splenda. Like, are all rabbits like this?
Rabbits are small. Rabbits are small and filled with the urge to fight God. Yes,
Splenda's 5'6". She's not small.
she's small compared to Marcel.
Well, everybody is.
Well, not everyone. There are still tunes taller than him, even in the studio proper.
I feel like us arguing about this is Marcel and Splenda, just like having a back and forth.
He's just having like sibling banter at this point. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Like he's just like, I guess I'm the big brother now, and Slenda's just like, no.
I'm gonna fight you. But
And
oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Splenda's gonna kind of offer to wash his robe for him because she kind of made it gross. Uh, but in the meantime, she's just going to kind of try to jump up and pat his shoulder and be like, I just I don't know how quite to phrase this, but be careful out there, okay?
And he he I'm gonna roll at disadvantage.
Wow.
To everyone watching, he rolled a dirty 20 and he rolled like a 19 on inside. So Ollie, what can you give me on a 19 inside?
I wonder. You can tell that she's still pretty like she's relaxed more that they kind of like cried it out and acknowledged the, family thing. Um, but that also makes it easier to tell that she's genuinely really worried. She's got like it's not that she's like looks bad, but you can tell that whenever like Marcel talks about that kind of stuff or whenever she thinks about it, it's like she looks worried as hell and she's anxious and she like her stemming gets a little bit like faster. Like there's a lot of tells.
And he's just uh um and he tells us that again, and he goes, you really don't have to worry about me, Splenda. I can take care of myself. And well, I do get in well I do get in well I do get well and he's struggling to find words for it. I do get drawn into situations often, but truth be told, I usually have fun doing it, and well, I have my luck and I have my magic, and everything will be fine. What
Um
was that for?
oh
Was
I'm
it
gonna say
deception, Ollie?
yep, sure was. Splenda isn't able to hide it as well as I was hoping she would, but
You can do it at advantage.
yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it at advantage. Ba-ba-da-ba. There we
See,
go.
all right, you do hide whatever it is you wanted to hide.
Um, you'd be able to like hear like a sharp intake of breath, but she kind of like breathes it out and tries to square her shoulders, and she's like, I I get the luck thing. Just my brother got pretty hurt out there. Um, and just I worry,
I
especially
will.
after what I heard.
All right. I will say, Ollie this entire time like Saul's been in his rabbit guise when he told her about like how he has fun on adventures,
Hmm.
and he's fine. He can take care of himself. Yes, sir. He was saying that in his rabbit guise, and like out of character, I do wonder if that like reminded Splenda of anything.
It sure did. It absolutely did. The
That's like,
entire time she's not seeing Marcel standing there.
and I think like with this sudden serious like turn the conversation's gotten, like he would he just he dispels like the disguise and he's back to just being normal Frank and Nelly Ghibli tune that's not a rabbit. He's back to being the he who magic man. And he looks at Splenda and he kind of goes, "Your brother?
um, I forget. Have you met Thad yet? He's not home
Have
often.
you met that?"
I don't think he would have, really, because Thad kind of has their own thing that they're doing. They don't stop by home all that often.
All right, so he will still make a history roll to try and figure out if he has even heard of them any.
I think Splenda would have told him, but I don't know how much.
Nope,
Like, what?
not with a nine. He just shakes his head.
Um, Thad is, Thad's my brother. My twin, actually. Um, they, he used to be an adventurer. Um, but, he got pretty hurt out there and had to retire. And he, he got pretty hurt, pretty badly hurt, and it took a while to get better. So that's why I worry. And you can tell that she's not saying everything, but also that you shouldn't really prod.
Yeah, Marcel's not the kind to pry.
Yeah.
Like he just shuffles from feet to feet, and he goes, "I well, I can't promise I won't get into situations like these again because I'm." And he like his face like kind of sets, and he squares his shoulders, and he goes, "Because I know I will, but I swear to the star, Swenda, I'll be okay. I'll, I can take care of myself. I won't get hurt. Not just because of my luck."
I, I trust you. I do. And I know you've got a luck god or something looking up after you, but and like as she's like trailing off and trying to figure out how to gather her words, um, can you roll a perception check?
All right, let's see how this goes. 15. That's pretty good.
Okay. In the background, like there's usually some kind of like ambient noise in the workshop, like even if it doesn't like it even if it isn't loud, there's always like at least a low hum going. Um, but the more emotional Splenda gets, the hotter everything is running. And it's very small, but it's there's more words, there's a little bit more groaning as stuff like tries to keep up with it. Like it's not bad, but it's there.
And he doesn't know what to do because like it's not like she's getting like dangerously emotional. She's just emotional. Like he can't exactly like stop her from feeling things, can he?
No,
So
he just it's something he would notice,
yeah,
but not something he could do something with, really.
yeah, he just stands there like playing with his sleeves, playing with the sleeves of his sweater, and he kind of goes, "If it makes you feel any better, this entire year I haven't gotten hurt. even during that entire dinner, and you know exactly what dinner he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You go, I didn't get hit at all. I didn't get hurt at all.
Uh, is hmm, how do I put this? Should Splenda roll insight?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. This has been an emotional roller coaster.
I knew that this FPS would be emotional, but I didn't think that it would like go up and down like this.
Yeah.
It was the bunny disguise though.
Whoo! That's a 3.
I mean, I can give you advantage
um,
unless if you want it. Otherwise, you can stick with the tree.
I feel like it'd be more fitting for Splenda to have the 3.
All right, so with the tree, all you can tell is that he's telling the truth. In all the encounters and adventures and more that he probably hasn't told you about, he has not gotten seriously hurt even once. Even during the dinner, he had not gotten hurt. He was not on the list of people previously injured. Well, he's standing right in front of you. You know for a fact that he's not dead.
um, Splenda just kind of gives him a long look and is like, okay, okay, just keep that in mind. But I believe you, and I know you can take care of yourself, and just yeah. But hopefully that sweater will, won't give you extra armor or anything, but it'll keep you warm out there.
And he pulls out the sweater and like he goes, I can buy armor from Clark's or really any other store, but well, I can't get a sweater like this anywhere, can I?
Well, unless you ask my dad, but she kind of like laughs and is like, I mean, he could probably take a commission. So
Maybe, but I don't plan on having to replace this sweater.
I think he'd be a little upset too if he had to, but
And he grins, and then and like, and then he 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 kind of like waves like the one that she gave him, which he's still holding, and he kind of like goes do you have anything here you don't mind being hit?
uh, and she kind of like looks around and then kind of points at this pile of just kind of bits and bobs. There's like springs in there. There's like broken stuff. There's strip screws, that kind of thing. Um, and she's like, "That's my junk pile." So I mean, go ahead.
And he like he makes sure like he asks her again, is she sure?
Yep.
And I'm gonna casually fine, but then again, this is a strong pile. It's not gonna have that armor class. It's not gonna move.
I mean, just go ahead and I think if you just go ahead and do it, like that's good. It's just
Yeah.
straight up like the stuff Splenda couldn't really use for anything.
Yeah, and holy shit, that's max damage. Alright, like the point of this demonstration was to kind of like show her, like, yes, he can take care of himself. And to listeners, he, one beam of Eldritch Blast from Mersel can deal like a maximum of 20 damage, and he just rolled 20. He just rolled 10 plus 10, 20. He dealt maximum damage to that like junk pile. Like one like crackles for a bit with like gold and pale blue magic, and then an eldritch blast just shoots out and decimates like the like pile. Like there, it's legitimately it hits hard. That was just one beam, and like it was already enough to like entirely like I don't know vaporize the like chunk pile.
Splenda's eyes are like sparkling, like anime eyes. Like she's just like, that was so cool. Can you do that again? I got more stuff you can blow up. I
And
need to take readings off that. Please, please, please let me do that.
Emerson, like, actually, like, looking at the one in bafflement, like, taking it a bit because holy shit, like, that was that was like he the intention was like to show Splenda that one he can take care of himself and two to showcase that her gift will probably help. But he didn't expect the blast to be that strong. He's like one like he knows Splenda said there weren't any enchantments, but he's squinting at the one suspiciously. At least says, yeah, I can do that. I told you I couldn't take care of myself, and I guess this one really helps.
Good lord, I promise I didn't use any enchanted materials or anything.
Well, and then he grins at her and he goes, "Well, if you made it, it's already better than my own one."
Chaw, you flatter me. Do it more. And I, I think from there, we could kind of end it there with like Splenda excitedly like talking to Marcel about his magic and like all the stuff he can do with it and trying to find something that she can like take readings with because she doesn't exactly like keep that stuff around. Unless you had anything else that you wanted to.
No, I think that's a good place to end it.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, just the camera kind of fades off on Splenda like taking a huge hammer to like a sheet of metal and telling Marcel to like wait right there as she like builds something real quick. Like she's got a few OSHA violations going on, but it's fine.
It's fine. Like, what's OSHA in the world of tunes?
Basically, yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yep, and I guess that's recording in.
Yep.
Have